people don't understand, like I mentioned, when you arouse yourself with these things, you're opening yourself up to a whole nother world that people don't understand. And as you mentioned, the musicians playing with the Ouija board, people don't know what these people are doing behind the scenes. There's a reason these women and these people are screaming in the crowd for them. Many people are utilizing the assistance of the jinn to assist them in their performances and everything. People don't realize these things. This is a whole nother reality. They don't understand that this is a whole nother element. It's just not something that's, friendly and things like this. No, you are inviting these things into your home on a deeper level. You used to play various instruments. I can tell you that it literally felt like I was under possession. I would do things that I was not able to do. I would play things that I was not able to play normally.
Music is very, very dangerous, and a lot of people don't know what they're doing with the music. And if you don't believe this, all you have to do is look at some documentary footage of what was called Beatlemania in the West, and how mad people went over new sounds of music that were being popularized and promoted over the airways. And rock and roll had a massive impact on people. And as it got darker and darker, and you went into these heavy metal and all these other types of, you get some really, really serious problems at these concerts where people literally will go mad. I mean, obviously there's drug involvement.
There's so much corruption in this music industry, and there's so many things that happen behind the scenes that is very wild when it actually comes to light. And witnessed it, they always turn to another person that they didn't even expect.
People like Jimi Hendrix and he was not able to play without being under a substance, being high, without being high. This, you make yourself open to what? The jinn. Every musician that is on the highest level, think about it. Many of them are doing drugs and alcohol to get them to that level. You can't escape it. You might as well, if you don't want to be involved with drugs and alcohol or listening to someone that is involved in those things, you might as well take all of your CDs and everything and just throw it out. Because this is what the people that you're listening to, this is what they're involved in, many of them. Getting high, alcohol, and as you mentioned. So what state is that person in when they were singing that song? What state was the soul in? Because you may start to feel the way that person was feeling. You understand? This is a serious thing.
And yes, I know some people personally. It's a very, very famous rap group that sold maybe 30, 40 million records worldwide. They used to actually be engagement and talking to devils, jinns, and worshiping the shaitan. And they told me stories how they used to be aided by the shayateen, and they was aided by the jinns and aided by the devils. So you have this in the music industry. You have verses where Snoop Dogg, for example, he had a song where he actually was having a conversation with the devil. And in the middle of this song, he actually said that he sold his soul to the devil. So you have a corruption that happens in the music industry is very different than any other entertainment.
Some of you may know I used to be a lead guitarist in a rock group. It's not a part of my bio. But that was the reality. When I lived here in Malaysia, I was lead guitarist. But the point is that the allure and the power of music, I know it. And it became so obvious to me when people are dancing and you know, I just looked at this and I could see that this was so devilish. You know, I could see it. It was clear. Clear. This power that music has over people, where people end up loving it.
Beyonce and Madonna and Michael Jackson and those, that is completely out because number one, it's dirty, it's filthy, the lyrics are horrible, terrible. They encourage you to move your body and to shake your thing, as they say. You move your body, you are sexually hyped up. It moves you to a point and a peak where the dirtiness of this music industry has got to such a degree that the Christians and the Jews who are following are also saying it's prohibited, not just the Muslims.
I think nowadays music is probably one of the easiest means to lose your moral sense. Music is audio pornography today. That's what it is. It's explicit It's shameless, it's vulgar, it takes your sense of humanity away from you. It makes you look at women as objects, worse than animals. Just as, and these people are talking about women like they're talking about, an animal, really. It objectifies women, and especially I've noticed...
It's a dirty industry. Ask those who are in it. It's filthy. When you hear about music, you hear about how to attract the opposite sex, and it's all about love and all about, your emotions. And so at home you're not happy. When you go to work, you see someone you're working with and you're busy thinking, ooh, the music fits exactly here, and so on. Things are happening. People are tampering with our minds.